Hello, you're watching Island House Handmade. I'm Renee, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a basic chef apron. You will need a pattern. I have this oldie but goodie pattern. However, you can go on simplicity.com and they have a nice variety of patterns that you can choose from, and they'll mail it directly to your home. This pattern calls for 1.5 yards, and I have 2 yards of this beautiful cotton fabric that was my inspiration for this 3-piece set that we're making today. It's got all the cute baking icons, and this is really the showstopper of the project. If you go and choose a fabric and it has something to do with the person that you're gifting something to, that to me is just so personal. So we will be making a pot holder, and you'll need some batting for inside the pot holder. I also have my pins. You'll need matching thread. I have a tape measure, seam ripper, loop turner, and I'm using scissors. However, this is a basic pattern and you could use your rotary cutter. The last thing I want to show you is my bowl. This bowl is my inspiration for the 3rd piece of the 3-piece set. Today I'm making a bowl bonnet. All you need to do is take a bowl, trace around on the fabric, add seam allowance and a little extra, and insert the elastic and it'll go right over the bowl. At the end of the video, I'm going to wrap it all up and show you how I'm going to present this hostess gift. I hope you'll stay till the end, and in the meantime, let's get sewing. The pattern pieces laid out. I'm going to pin them down. The center front of this is on the fold, and so it's going to be as simple as that. Now, these are the pattern pieces. I have the apron pocket. That's going to be divided into 3 pockets, sewn down to the front once we're finished. The body of the apron, which is just like the basic apron shape. And then we need ties for the neck and for the waist. That's going to wrap around. So it's only 3 simple pattern pieces. It's very simple, very easy. All the pieces fit just like this. So we need 4 of these. This is on the fold, this is cut 2, this is cut 1, this is cut 1 on the fold. We have the front that was cut on the fold. Okay. We have the straps and the waist ties. So this was cut 4. We have the pocket, and the pocket is going to go right on the front of the apron. This is going to be separated. If you can see the dotted lines, we're going to top stitch down, and it's going to be separated into 3 pockets on one apron. We have our pot holder, which looks like this, the pattern pieces, and I've already cut those pieces out. Once we hem the pocket, we're just going to top apply it and top stitch. Very easy. But we're gonna mark this, and if you don't want to use a marking pen or a marking chalk, I'm going to give you my quick alternative to that. This bright orange thread. What I will do where the dot is, all I'm going to do is go through the fabric where the pin was with this pretty orange thread. And essentially, that's my marking. So nothing hurts the fabric, and then once you line up your pocket, you just pull this out. Okay, so that's a designer fashion secret. All we're gonna do for this apron is bend back the hem 1/2 and 1/2 and top stitch. Then we're gonna come around to the sides and do the same thing, but we're gonna press it first. We're gonna press it 1/2, and then we'll press it another 1/2. And then where the curve is, this little curve here around the armhole, we're gonna press it 1/4 and 1/4. And at the top edge, we're gonna press 1/2 and 1/2. This is basically setting up the entire apron so that all you have to do is go to your sewing machine and just top stitch around and you'll be done. We're gonna do the same to the pocket. We're gonna top stitch the top edge, bend back 1/2 and 1/2 and top stitch, and then I'm going to press in the sides and the bottom. So we're gonna press it all down, put it on the apron and just top stitch and then top stitch. Now that you've set up the pressing on your apron and you've pressed all the edges, you need to sew the straps first. So these are your cut straps. You're gonna fold them face to face and sew down what the pattern advises, but mine is 1/4 of an inch. So you're gonna sew all along the raw edge, 1/4 of an inch. Then you're gonna use your turner and turn them right side out, bring them to the press, and press them flat. Once you've pressed them flat, you're going to give them a 1/8 inch top stitch along both edges on all your pieces. You're going to only top stitch along the armhole edge. So from the side, you'll top stitch all along, right up to the top, press, and then bring back to the table. Now take it to the iron and press all this again. Now that our straps are pressed and ready to insert, is on the side seam, you want to line up your strap with the edge. This is folded in once. The strap is going to be inserted into the side seam, and then you're going to top stitch it and it'll all be clean finished. At the end of the strap, you're going to fold it over either 1/4 or 1/2 and 1/2 and just give it a little top stitch, and that'll finish off your ties. We're going to do the same for the neckline. Insert both ends of the neck strap into the top edge and then top stitch along. And you'll do the same for the other side with the tie and top stitch all around. Once you've top stitched, the last step is to fold it back just like this and give it another stitch so that it's nice and flat when you wear it. And we're going to apply the pocket right on the top. So we've lined it up, little markings were, and that one just fell out, but that's okay because I've already pinned it down. We're going to sew from the top edge all along, and then we're going to top stitch 2 seams to create 3 pockets. Part of this 3-piece set is going to be the pot holder. What I've done was I've set up, these are the pot holder ends where your hands go in. So what I've done was I've cut 2. I've cut batting. You're going to sandwich the batting in between the pot holder ends, and we're going to sew along this edge. This is the top edge. What it does is it gets sandwiched into each end Now the pothole is starting to take shape. These were the ends that we clean finished. So we have the batting on the inside of each potholder end, and we've top stitched. Now you line it up here like this. You have your batting, you have your fabric. Now you have your ends, and this is where your hands go through. Now you take the top piece and put it on top so that all these pieces are sandwiched inside. And you'll go to your machine and top stitch all around, leaving an opening so you can stitch and turn. Okay, the potholder is finished, and to close up the 2 inches that I left the opening, I went ahead and top stitched in between on this side and this side about 1/8 of an inch. Then here's where you put your hands for the pocket, and here's what it looks like from the outside. And then if you look this way, you'll see that's where you put your hand. Now for the bowl bonnet, I went ahead and tipped over my bowl, and I cut 2 1/4 inches further away, all the way around, to leave some ease on the bowl bonnet in case you have something in the bowl and the bonnet has to crest over what you have in the bowl. You need a little extra room, and you need room to fold in 1/2 inch for your elastic to tunnel through. So what I've done is I overlocked the edge, I bent back 1/2 inch and pre-pressed it. I went ahead and cut some elastic, and I measured out the bowl, and I have my safety pin. Once I top stitch along here, I'll leave 1 inch opening, and I'm going to tunnel the elastic through and then just tie it off. I went ahead and sewed all along the edge, the 1/2 inch. Now I'm going to take the elastic with the safety pin and tunnel it through until I get to the opening on the other side. This apron is finished. I absolutely love the way it came out. It was so easy and just so cute, and it ties in the back, or you could tie it around the front. We have our pot holder that we can pick up our pot or our bowl, and our bowl bonnet. Now how cute is that? I finished the complete 3-piece set, the baker's apron set, and I folded it to fit perfectly in this bag. I have some ribbon that I used, and I made my own curlies, and I also put a note on the front of the bag that says, "I hope you are enjoying your new home. Happy baking." On the inside, I've wrapped it nicely with this nice ribbon, and I have a little card that says this is a 3-piece apron, pot holder, and bowl bonnet, so she knows exactly what it is. I'm wrapping it in this coordinating tissue paper. And I found these cool little stickers, and they have little happy faces on them. So I'm just gonna secure this on with the happy face. Let's just fold the end in here. Little happy face sticker. I've already prepared the tissue that's gonna go in the bag. And all we're gonna do is just put it all together and drop it in. And that completes our hostess gift wrapping. I hope that I've inspired you to have a creative day at home. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.